Ready?
Yeah.
Morning everybody. This is your first lecture on the roof range. So this is the range of helmets which has more myths told about it than any other in the whole world, and so we've decided to tell you what's available and what's not available and clear it all up once and for all. So first and foremost, the Roof Factory has not gone bankrupt. It's still producing helmets. The helmets are not made in France anymore, but they are assembled in France, and the factory is in the same place. It did burn down 5 years ago, but it's now back in business, and the thing that cost at the time was not the loss of product, it was the loss of all their drawings and dies. So anyway, the situation is further complicated by the fact that some people will have seen very cheap roofs on eBay or at shows. These are the second generation roof boxer, which was called the V5, or the V, no, the V5, that's what you get for your bike, isn't it? The V. But they weren't very good, and so these were sold off to the various importers, and the importers sold them off to discount shops, and they sold them at shows on eBay. They are not what's being produced by the factory now, so let's go through exactly what's being produced by the factory now. Okay? First of all is the Boxer Classic. This helmet is the original helmet that was made in, they started producing this in 1994. And this stopped being made temporarily in about 97 when they went to the Boxer V. Let me just show you a Boxer V. This is the Boxer V, which actually looks like the V8 as well. So this was the first generation Boxer, this was the second generation Boxer. Now, the Classic was discontinued in 1995 or 97 when the factory started producing the V. But the Classic is now being produced again. So you can buy these new from us or one or two other outlets in Europe, and the price is around £200, and they come only in matte black at the moment. They may produce silver, but we have all sizes. So after the Boxer Classic came the Boxer V. Now the Boxer V was supposed to be the answer to all the things that didn't work quite right on the Classic. The Classic was a great helmet, but of course it was a compromise. It was almost a prototype. It was very revolutionary because it had the three-way visor movement, where the visor doesn't need to go with the chin piece, unlike any other flip helmet. That's the distinguishing feature of the Roof Boxer, is that the visor and the chin piece can move separately. So the V was supposed to address all the problems of the Classic, which was misting, imperfect visor movement, imperfect chin piece movement. In fact, although it looked quite nice, it didn't really do any of those things. The chin piece fitted even worse than the original. The misting or the ventilation of the helmet wasn't in any way improved. And basically what happened was there were quite a lot of product recalls, quite a lot of customer dissatisfaction, and all this happened just as the beginning of the current recession bit, and so Roof got into a lot of trouble, and they weren't producing many helmets for a long time. Anyway, the Boxer V is no longer in production. Anything that you see for sale on eBay or in a show is not a current model being produced by the Roof Factory, so it's kind of old stock. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's definitely not current stock, and you will get problems. Generally you can see these for around 140, 150 quid. So what happened next was, at the beginning of the recession, unfortunately, Roof decided to invest a huge amount of money in the helmet that the V should have been, which is the V8. It looks exactly the same, but it is a million miles away. The giveaway distinguishing features are the mounts, which you can see are completely different to the V, or not completely different, but certainly significantly different. And they solve all the problems of the screws dropping out and all the other little niggles that people with a Boxer V will know about. This helmet is, I can't describe how much better it is than the V. I was given one of these to ride back from the factory to south of Spain and then back to England, and I can tell you it performed as well after 2,000 miles as it did the moment I put it on my head. More importantly, I'll show you my helmet. This is the exact, well, not quite that one, but you know what I mean. This is the one they gave me, and actually the most important thing is that the size of it hasn't really increased at all. So after 2,000 miles, the thing that I noticed most about this helmet as opposed to the other ones and cheaper flip helmets is that it hasn't really grown significantly. It's still still a great fit. So what's really improved is the mechanism. The chin piece can now be retracted both ways without the visor in situ, and it doesn't get stuck halfway like it used to. The V5 basically used to get like that far and it wouldn't go down any further without moving the visor first. This is now not fluid, but it's a pretty good movement. Also the clips here on the side have been redesigned so that you can truly do them and undo them on the move. So they clip in, and then to release them you push them up and flick them out. So you just push them up and flick them out. So that can be done on the move, which you couldn't really do on the Classic or the V5. Anyway, the V8 is now in production. It's in very short supply because the factory is absolutely inundated with demand, and you seriously won't find these probably any cheaper than the price they are here in the shop, which is about £275. You probably also notice that we have a selection of visors as well. These are available with roof. So the official retail is €400 without the visor. I think you can find them on a couple of websites for around £300, and in Gorgeousbikes they're £280, and the visors are between 25 and 50 depending on your specification. Okay, let's go through the colours. So Roof Boxer V8 is available in matte black, which we don't have on show here, but we have in a range of sizes. It's available in gloss black, which is the latest colour. Very nice, great finish. It's available in white, it's available in red. It's available also in 3 graphic colours. This is probably the most popular and the most eagerly awaited, and it's called the Boxer Star. So it's a kind of successor to the original Boxer, which is also called the Star, with a graphite finish. So Boxer Star, and then there are 2 other graphic finishes. One is the graphite pink, and then the final one is the graphite orange, which I will find for you in 2 seconds. Graphite orange Boxer V8. Probably the prettiest of all of them. So, just to sum up, we've got almost every single V8 in every single size in the shop. Possibly the only colour we don't have in every size is the flat gunmetal silver, which is the very last colour to be produced. But although we do have most sizes, everything's available. If we don't have it, it's available within 2 to 3 weeks. But most of these, we've now got 100 in stock in the shop. And you know the number to call: 0207 351 1191. Okay, that'll do.